Hey, and welcome back to Chuck's Tuesday Tips. Converting a Russian boar out of a bush pig, part 2. Okay, the first tip was kind of chaotic and confusing with them kids helping me and outside and stuff, and I got kind of a little rushed and ahead of myself in a couple of points. So you couldn't see with the head over, and sometimes you can't see what's going on when I'm doing what I'm doing. But so I cut the head off, as you know. Then I set up my other head, and I forgot that this part of the neck, when for my measurement, this part was already here. So I kind of got goofed up that way. But I came back in, we put our pins in, our big pins, to hold it while we foamed it. And this pig, again, it has a goofed up ear, wherever it is, this short ear where it was ripped off. So I decided to turn it to the left to show the good ear more. So instead of making it a bunch of drama and making it straight and then turning it, I just turned it how I wanted it, and then I came in and filled it with the foam. And the way we did that, I call it a free pour. I didn't even use my cups to cart it all up this time. I just put a plastic bag on this side, turned it on its side, filled the foam in, and as it came up, I just held my bag and got it the basic shape, and then came in and rasped it out. And then this gristle pad we put in, it's a little bit exaggerated, but this is a pure Eurasian pig, and it does have an arc looking thing, but most of it really is done with the skin. But just for the sake, to make sure I get a nice good ridge on it and the guy's happy, that's why we did this. But this would be that thick gristle that they get on there. When they're a bigger boar, you'll notice that it's even thicker gristle on there. A lot of times it's left on the hide when they cape it, and then your armor plate starts back here, kind of goes like this, that you got to skive off. Now, I don't want to do things twice, so as long as I'm going to show you that this does fit, I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue on my face, slide this on, and then I'm going to mount it after I'm done with the tip. So I went ahead and just did my standard clay work, how I do it. I'm just going to put a little glue. But that's another problem that I had when I was putting the hide in that tip. Since it wasn't really secured that well, and without any glue on it, this pig hide was kind of binding up a little bit on me to slide it over, and that made it kind of look awkward. A lot of times these quick tips kind of like a little bit nerve-wracking, because you're trying to think of so many things to do all at the same time. I'm not going to worry about too much glue all over here. I'm going to roll it back, and notice how I always forget something. I got my water bucket. I'm going to roll it back and add more glue, but I just wanted to show you that it did fit. Probably in the way of the camera, but okay. And again, the point of this, oh, by the way, you always want to do the anatomy. I took a little of my extra foam chunk and carved in and put on the testicles there. No pun intended. Go ahead and make fun of my name if you got to. Now today's the day I could have used them 2 kids helping me. There we go. So as you can see, this is the one good ear, so a lot of times you want to keep that in mind on your mount. And even if your client is insisting on something being a certain way, you want to kind of reserve the right to have a little bit of freedom. Another thing is, this is off of research. The size is a 110, which is a smaller bore, but not the smallest. This kind of bore was a little bit what I call between. So my option was a little bit smaller head that would have gone right on. But this one will work because they always are obsessed with the size of the head. So it's just a little bit tight. But as you can see, it's going to work just fine. Now I'm not going to worry about, well, see, and it might even, originally I said that these legs were a little short, long for this. But as you can see, sometimes when you get it on there, I might not even actually end up having to cut them. So that's why I wait to do that till then, because why, I'm big on not doing things twice. And so, pretty much, as you can see, this thing's gonna come out really nice. And the point of this exercise is to let you know that a mannequin is basically a big chunk of foam. And so if you got a project and it says in the book you can't find a whatever it is, like in this case a 90-pound Russian boar, if this is even 90, it might be, you can take something else and convert it. And some animals are close, like say a gray fox and a bobcat. If you have a fox that you need some special pose on, the leg length on a small bobcat is so similar to a fox, you can get away with switching out the heads. And the other thing I might mention on this is a closed mouth. So I had gone ahead and I had cut out for my, always grab the wrong side first. I cut out my teeth and preset that in there. But there's no point in putting it in until I took all the skin around. So anyhow, we're ready to rock and roll on this. I'm going to sign off now and spend the next 4 hours sewing this thing up. So thanks for being patient. Thanks for tuning in to Chuck's Tuesday Tips, and we'll see you next time.